Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. I'm old school, but I keep it funky fresh, y'all. And this is deep, y'all. I'm from the deep, y'all. And what you get is what you motherfucking see.
And welcome, humans. You know what day it is. Now I'm back here with another vent session. My name is Jaime. And you know what I want you to do. I want you to hit that like button, smash me with a subscription, turn on those notifications and all that jazz, because I'm here twice the fucking week. Yep, I'm swearing already, because I'm ready to vent. I'm ready to vent on some stuff. And but before I get started, I got a lot of things to vent on today. And but before I get started, I want to touch on a serious situation that happened recently here in Michigan. There was a school shooting, and some people were injured. Some people were, fatally injured. And, it was really tragedy, and there's some updates going on. There's some still people, in the hospital. And, it's just crazy when these things happen. Because it touches close to home when it's right here. It's right here. You're a parent. Any parent out there, when it touches close to home to everybody. I'm not talking about like a city or a region. I'm talking about because you're all parents. There's a lot of parents out there. And, you don't ever want to put your child in like a crazy, dangerous situation, let alone like something like this, to the extremes of something like this. My son's growing and everything like that. And, there's still dangers all over the place, and you're always afraid because you're a parent, to think about them in a situation like that. Oh my God. Like I've been in situations dangerous when you were younger in the streets, and doing dumb things when you was young and dumb. And you would never dream of having your children in a situation like of survival like that. Ever. And, the police came super fast. They've got their response time was amazing. It was amazing response time. And, like I said, man, there's this footage out of the children in this classroom, and it kind of gave me goosebumps. It kind of touches me. I'm sorry if I sound a little emotional right now because this is like, I don't know, man. Like I said, being a parent and all, this kind of just like hits me really hard because I know there's people out there that lost their child. There's humans out there that lost some people, and people are losing people all the time. And there's this footage of them in the classroom, And then you always say, like, all these young kids, you always knock them all the time. These kids are dumb. They always got this phone in their hand. They're always just some idiots, and they don't know nothing. They think they know everything now because of all the social medias, But there's this footage of them in the classroom, and these students, have their camera going, and the gentleman... It sounds like a gentleman. It sounds like a real police officer. The guy's like, out here, come out, it's safe. And this person is no gentleman at all. This person is a terrorist. He's charged with a terrorist act, because this is horrible what happened. And you hear him in the classroom, from the classroom, they say, we can't hear you or something. And they say, we don't feel safe to come out. And, he ends up saying it again, like, just come out here or something, like, so you can see my badge, and says bro. And, like, the kids, like, right there said red flag, red flag. I have a little clip here. I want to share, like I said, my condolences to all the victims and families, out there, and anybody going through tragedy and stuff right now, man. This is just terrible. But like I said, you think kids are dumb, man, but these kids were on point. They could have made the wrong choice for everybody. And it's just crazy, man. It gives me goosebumps.
Yeah, he said it's safe to come out.
No, we're not willing to take that risk right now. I can't hear you. We're not taking that risk right now. Okay, well, come to the door. Look at my bag, bro.
Yeah, bro.
He said bro. Red flag.
So at that moment, though, they all come out and they, they jump out a window or something like that. And, and they run right into some police officers, which was a really, really good thing. And like I said, I can't believe how fast they got there. It was like some real fast response. Like you would never think of them coming that quick to something, of that magnitude or whatever, like a lot of people give them a hard time and knock them and stuff like that. And so, like I said, man, my condolences to all the victims and families out there, and my condolences to anybody out there is suffering loss and tragedy and some violent matter like that. And I would like to switch it up, and get back to my events. I just wanted to just do that serious moment for a second like that. I apologize, humans, or if you appreciated it, because I had to get it off my chest because, it touched here, close to home, being that I'm a parent. Like I said, being that I'm a parent, you fear for dangers of your child all the time. So I got some vents today. Let me get back into it. Like I said, I'm over here trying not to start the waterworks over here. I was getting a little emotional on that topic. But anyways, Monday, humans, let me get back rolling here. Monday, I tried my first live stream. So I tried my first live stream on Monday, and I'm going, I was nervous as all hell first. I was just bananas nervous. Like you couldn't, I had like mad butterflies. I've always wanted to do one live. And then I was like all geeked up talking mad shit, had my chest off. I'm going to go live, and then like it's getting closer when I'm setting up all my shit. And then I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to go live, and, so I was doing it. I was having fun. I just kind of just treated it like I normally do. So I just went with the flow. I was a little nervous at first, and then I just kind of started rolling. And I was like, probably 20 minutes in or so. And then my live stream got cut. My live stream got cut, humans. And I'm like, what's going on here? Like, I'm trying to figure out what happened. And so I look back. I go back to my, my channel. I'm all signed out. I'm seeing what's going on here. And the video is just like saying it just started processing or something. And I'm like, what the hell happened? It's like right in the middle of it. And then it said it was done. And then it just shows up, like all of a sudden just shows up on my channel. And so I'm like, this is fucking weird. What the fuck happened? Like I was still going. And I didn't even get to, say an ending or anything. It seemed like I was at an ending, but I still started ranting. And so I didn't even know what was still recorded. So I guess it went on for like a few more minutes. But according to like what I was seeing on my monitor, there was like nothing but a blank screen. So I'm thinking it's recording, but I guess over on my channel, it wasn't recording because I seen in the comments, somebody's like, oh, there's no picture. And I was like, oh shit, what's going on? So I see it back. Like I said, I was like, I'm going to try to start it again. And it was on my channel, and then I would search it. I went to go to my channel, and then it was gone. You couldn't find it. But if I searched my title, you could find my episode would show up. So I'm like, did I get shadow banned? What the hell happened? So I start to set everything back up. I'm going to set it back up. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to scratch it. I'm going to see what happens. And I go back and I got some notifications in my emails, and they said they removed my episode because it violated guidelines. And I didn't think I violated them. I thought I was staying within the realms. I always get they do give me some warning shots here and there, but damn, they removed one of my episodes before, and then they put it back up. But this one they wouldn't let me put back up. So I decided to, use the same vent, that I got, eliminated, but I reworded a few things a little bit better. At least I hope I did, because I don't want to get it cut when I put this one up. I want my vents to get to you humans, I appreciate all you humans. Like and subscribe. And cheers, humans. So yeah, I did my first live. I paid no attention to as far as where you could see viewers. I was telling them running the monitor, don't even, just let me see the comments. Maybe I could see there. But during the comments, man, oh man, there was some trolls in the comments, humans. So there were some non-humans. They were trolls. Okay, they was trolling in the comments. There was some dude dropping some major racist slurs in my comments while I was dropping my live, some real crazy racist shit. Man, he was saying some KKK and white power and other things that we shouldn't be saying, going all off in the comments. And I'm trying to just vent. Okay, because it was my first live. I don't know. I guess I could. In the settings, it even said, "Do you want to block comments?" And I'm like, "Well, I want people to. I always have fun in the live chat, so I want people to do the same thing." And I was like, my man just had a little too much fun in the comments because, I mean, geez, he went all out, man. He was just making some crazy racial slurs towards me, and it was. I was just like, wow. I was like, bro, like, damn, dude, chill. And he was going hard. He was going hard. And I was trying to ignore it. But goodness, he was persistent. He was very persistent. My man was just like, cha, with these crazy racist one-liners and ka-cha, ka-cha, with these labels I never even heard of. I'm like, what the hell is that? I don't even know what that is, And he was just like, pa-choom, 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 just dropping them in the comments, yo. It was crazy. It was crazy. And they didn't flag his ass. He just took my fucking episode down. Maybe his comments are why my episode got took down. Because my man just went all like on a like just full racist rants. Live for the world to see. It was like a whole bunch of them. I mean, he went off. Like I said, he was like a martial artist, man. It was like somebody would try to say something and his shit was just popping. You ever be in those live chats where you just got no chance? Like there's people like trying to donate and people trying to talk and get like the top comments. You have some people are just so skilled. Like, I mean, that thing is just like, you just ain't messing with nobody. And that's what he was like. He was just like, boom, racial slur, racial slur, racial slur, racial slur. Like just big time, like pow, 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 pow. And I don't want to say them all because, I mean, I think they were hilarious and they were towards me, but I just don't want to offend anybody else if I repeat them all. But goodness, man, they were some crazy ones. He was creative. Like he got creative. I almost wanted to say something, but like I said, I was trying to ignore, but it was kind of tough. But yeah, I was kind of upset about that, man. Like back to my, they took my shit down. But whatever, whatever it is, man, I'm going to keep venting. But I didn't understand it, like I said, because I'm new. I don't, they always send me these new things. I'm still learning a lot of things here still, I don't even, so tips are appreciated because I'm still like learning a lot of like the technical things too around here with the new software and things like that. So, and so when I, they send me all these rules all the time, I don't all the time check them. Now I should check them more often because I want to do more lives. It was a lot of fun, and I'll probably have to like, set a setting on the comments for, unless you guys want the racist dude to be back in there, because I'm sure he'll come back. He's probably waiting. He's probably like tapping his toes, like just waiting. Is this dude going to go live again? I'm going to try to say, is he going to turn back live? Because I did the 2 lives. Because I was trying to start it again and try to, then I lost the camera and then people said they lost the footage. And I don't know, man. It was all bananas. But that was my interesting, live event. And it was fun. But like I said, I wish it would have stayed. I wish it would have, not got, removed. Because all I said was, damn it. That's not all I said. Jam it. Jam on. But let me get on. So I heard there is a new book coming out on Dr. Fauci. Fauci. You know who I'm talking about. Rhymes with grouchy. Dr. Grouchy. Though that dude that came like, he's like, I represent science. Like Stallone in that movie where he's like, I am the law. She was kind of scary. When he was like, I represent science. Like an evil villain, like he had the fucking like Thanos glove and shit. He was like looking for the Infinity Stones and my man was like, I'll fucking snap. Don't you make me drop like, I'll snap in science, bitch. And it was like crazy. It was almost like a threat, because he said, and then he says he represents science. And right afterwards, he was like, and that's dangerous. And he was right. That is dangerous if he represents science. Because there's a new book coming out on this dude about him. There's a lot of things coming out on this guy. And they're real interesting. And I have a couple things that are in the book. I'm not like for sure quoting all. I just got a couple number things in here, a couple statistics that are from the book, not me. So, because I guess I was bringing that up during my live, and I probably sounded like I was saying it. But you know what? It's from a book on Grouchy. I am science. No, man, that's kind of scary, though, when somebody says some shit like that. When there's so many other scientists all over the world. Like, and you're old. You're fucking old. I say this fucking many times. I believe we are victims of all these old people's, like, their minds are slipping and they're having these sparks of this old age type shit. And they see us, like, you know, living it up, you know, doing things, having fun, cameras everywhere, TikToks, fucking videos, shorts, fucking cameras everywhere, doing social media bananas. And then all these people started tripping because they're getting all these old people flashbacks of, like, when George Washington was pumping. And they were like, whoa, what's going on here? What's going on here? You know, back to when they're like, you know, get off my lawn, sons of bitches. They're like turning into, like, you know, tripping out, you know. James Brown was my grandmother. And they're like, what the fuck was that all about? You know? I mean, they're not really saying that, you know. But I'm just saying, they're fucking old. And I feel like we're the victims of their, like, mental slipping. Their slippage of their mental capacity is damaging us. And, like, they're all together, so they can't be like, oh, man, that guy's old and crazy. We better settle him down. Because it looks like there's just a whole group of it's like a whole gang of old people, man. It's like a whole gang of old people. It's like the senior Crips. Because they won the war this time. They're like there's the senior Crips gang right now. They're like old as shit over there. And they're having all these flashbacks, man. And I think we're the victims of their old people's, like I said, their mental slipping. And it kind of sucks. And we're like sitting here like, damn it. Like, what can we do? What can we do? We can't put them in senior citizen homes. They're freaking rich. And they got Secret Service protecting their old asses. If them Secret Services ever told some truth, they'd be like, man, you know, Biden used to shit himself like 3 times a day. You know, or some shit, you know, like stuff you don't hear about. You know, Fauci don't have a house. He sleeps on the couch at the White House. You know, he sleeps in the van in the parking lot. He's got a lab in the van. No, I'm just kidding. You know what I'm saying? Like, you But anyways, the book has some interesting things. And it's all about him. Like, it's all about him and, like, his crookedness. Because a lot of people say he's been wrong about everything so far. Like, you know, about everything that he's been saying. From the leakage, from the labbage, you know, to, you know, who got all the cabbage. And, you know, it's been slipping. So they've been saying some things like, I guess, there was like a chronic disease infection rate. And it was like at, like, I believe it was like at around 12% in the 80s. And in the late 80s, around 89 is when I guess he got hired into this area, this place. And they said when he got hired in and brought into the job or whatever, the chronic disease infection rate went to 54%. I'm not saying this. It's in this book. And this book is really interesting. I think there's only like little excerpts of it right now. There's only like little snippets of it. And I'm waiting for it to come out. There's a release date, I believe, for, closer to Christmas. And I don't even have like a title. I don't believe the title that's out right now is even the title for, I think it's like because they're leaking it. They're trying to like pump it up right now because of all the crap that's going on. The individual who wrote the book, I believe, was on a couple podcasts recently. And I forget what his name was. But I think he was a Kennedy. Let me think of what his name was. I believe he was a Kennedy who's writing this book. And he drops all these bombs of truth. And it's interesting. I think we should all pay attention to this, you know, because when this book comes out, we should really check it out. But the book, the author is, I believe it's the younger Kennedy that's still alive. The one that's still, he's old now, but the Kennedy is still alive. Robert F. Kennedy, I believe, or one of the Kennedys. And he was on some podcast recently, and he's talking about this book. And, you know, I had more factual things about this book that I believe is why my stream got cut out. So I will be putting some more of these facts. I'm going to see if I can put them on my Instagram. Okay, so it's at TheRealHeim1. Okay, anyways, that's where it's at. Even if you want to send me some vent ideas. Like if you got a job where you can't speak some certain way and you watch my vent shows and you got to talk some shit, you know, maybe some women's equality or, you know, gender representation. You want me to vent some shit, you know, send them at TheRealHeim1. You can send them to my DMs there and I'll vent for you. Or if you want to send like a voice vent, you know, you can even send like a voice message vent and I'll put it on the show if you want. If you give me permission, I'll put it on the show and then we'll fucking vent about this shit. So go to at TheRealHeim1 on Instagram. Or you can leave some messages on Meant to Vent that's on Facebook. So, anyways, we're in a crazy time right now. This is a crazy ass time. And, like I said, you don't know who to listen to anymore. It seems like the media is all bought and paid for. You don't want to listen to the media. I mean, I sound like a broken record, like everybody's saying it. You got some people that are, talking truth, and it's getting dwindling down. You got the new CEO of Twitter, already doing all this weird banning stuff and saying all these crazy things. And, I don't even know, man. I'm going to get into that probably on Saturday, but I got some stuff for that guy too. Believe me. But we are in some crazy times, because I bring him up and everything because it's really tough and really difficult for someone to be real right now, or be real as in truthful, honest, integrity, honor, because a lot of people have to answer to someone that maybe might be the one who got them in there or pulled some major strings to get them where they are today, depending on where you are as far as your work, your profession, etc. And it's almost really hard. It's a hard thing to do, be real, because if you say some things, you speak the truth, you get silenced, or you get banned, or you get canceled. I think cancel culture guys are losing, because I just think they started the wrong battle. As far as, especially when they went after comedy, nobody talking about them that much. They try to bring it up. It's what is that? That match has already been burnt. But anyways, if you try to talk, you get silenced or banned. And it's kind of crazy because the media only seems to drive us with they try to control us with illusions of panic, and I know they're probably going to get mad about me saying that, but that's what that's what it feels like. These are illusions of panic. They always do these things, these weird creative ways to just keep us tripping. I mean, you can't deny that. They keep us tripping all the damn time. And, the censorship thing is getting crazy. Like I said, my first live got dropped. Kind of pissed me off, but I brushed it off, and I came back and revented. Even brushed off the old Atari shirt, got it all going, and brought the vent back. Brought back the vent, I revised the vent and brought it back. But censorship is kind of crazy, this, another thing that probably happened when my screen went black is because I was saying that non-doctors and non-scientists are telling us what our medical information is and our science information. You're a non-scientist telling me what science is, and you're a non-doctor telling me what medical advice I should have. And I'm not talking about Joe Rogan. Okay? I'm talking about the media. They be throwing that stuff in our face. Because these are highly educated people, whether they're scientists or the doctors or all them people that work on germs and all that stuff like that. I forget all the names of those ologists. They just get discredited by somebody who's just a moderator for a social media network. It's their degree. I'm sure they have a degree, but it ain't what this stuff is. But their degree determines what we are allowed to listen to medically and scientifically. And I don't agree with that at all, humans. At all. I don't agree with that at all. But anyways, I'll continue on. And I'll keep it on these scientists. These ones might not be as scary. Psych, I'm lying. These guys are scary as fuck. Because according to these scientists, the dude, I don't know why they came out like that. But the person, the human that will live to be 1,000 years old or farther has already been born and is alive on Earth right now. That's what a scientist says. The person is how do you fucking know? First of all, is it because you are science? How do you fucking know that person's already a fucking live? It's because you guys work on secret experiments, like I've been talking before, and you all know some shit that we don't know. And that's another proof right there. That should be proof right there. You hear about an anti-aging pill that's going to be hitting the market soon. And I don't know how much they're going to let us get that. They probably got the fast forward version. They probably got the speed stick version. And we just got the slim fast. And, but supposedly that's going to be hitting, the market pretty soon. And you hear all these, like I said, and then you hear this scientist, in an article, a real one, not some onion shit. And Mamo was like, this person is already alive and on this planet. Like, do you know who it is? Like, do they got a cell phone plan? Do they got a social media? Like, what the fuck? How do you know this? But apparently they're working, you hear about these secret experiments all the time. There's like some of these websites and you see these like supposed leaked documents, government files. And you go to look at these things, you know what I'm saying? You go in these deep, dark depths of the internet and you find these dark files and they have these like tremendous stories. And the paperwork looks legit because they got it all looking like it looks like real documents, okay? This is probably why my episode got dropped too. But fuck it. This one's pre-recorded, so at least people might see it a little bit before they take this one. They can't get me live down. We'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. So anyways, you hear about these creepy, like, human experience going on. Humans. Okay? And then you hear the rumors now, and you hear, like, people talking about, like, the transhumanism and things like that, right? Well, this is sort of similar to that. This correlates with that. So apparently they have some kind of technology where there's certain special projects on these humans where they have rejuvenation abilities. Like real ones, like Wolverine type shit. Not adamantium claws, but they can like rejuvenate and heal. Like you can't kill them. Not a zombie. Because the zombie's already dead. These are like people that can rejuvenate, like a superhero. And according to these documents, there's a woman who even there's like some audio in one of these files, and she even says like she worked and did all this stuff for the government, and she's talking and she says something like they have a real Iron Man too. She even says like there's an Iron Man, except this dude's like part like android. Like where I get into that transhumanism, like my man's like got human stuff put in with machine stuff, and like this dude is like crazy, like advanced. But let me get back to this rejuvenation story. This person, I guess, was injured in some battle, or I don't know if they injured him on purpose just to show everybody, because they claimed there was a room full of suits looking into this glass dome or glass box with this injured soldier, a severely injured soldier. This is the way it is written. I'm not like going verbatim, but I got to put it down because I read this thing to like my friends. I was like, yo, you got to check this out. And they're like, no. I'm like, I'm just going to follow you around and read it to you anyways. So you're going to hear me talk about it because shit is crazy. And what if it's real? What if it's fucking real? But because the documents look legit. There's some of that blacked out shit, like they did a good job. So they're fun. And so the dude's in this glass box and there's suits above. Watching this guy in this room, severely injured. They said like gash to the neck, like the fucking bad artery, like the one that'll kill you or something, like near that shit. Like they say you could see shit hanging out the neck. Organs halfway hanging out the side of one side of his stomach. He got gashed there. I think multiple gunshots. And the dude is screaming for help. I don't even know how he can scream. Because they say he was screaming and yelling for help, but it's like this severe neck wound and everything. And the guy's screaming for help, and nobody would go in this glass room according to these documents. These documents freaked me out. Like I was one of those like where I'm reading and all of a sudden I'm like, did you hear that? Did you hear that fucking shit? What the fuck? And then you start closing your curtains and shit. Like one of those kind of, it kind of felt you. It was like one of those good reads. Okay. So apparently this human in this glass box started to heal humans, started to rejuvenate for real, like for real rejuvenation. And wow, like that's all I can say is like this is pretty crazy shit when you hear about this and you don't know if it's true or not. Like I said, they could have, like I said, it wasn't like on YouTube, it wasn't like on like other like things like that. You had to go to like some websites that people like recommended and whatnot. You had to go in like maybe some deep web action. You need some definitely VPNs required. You know what I mean? Cheers, humans. So yeah, what if these are fucking true? Like that is fucking bananas. Like when you hear about all these things, man, like that's bananas. Like you hear stuff that could be like way off the wall and then like years down the line, stuff ended up being real. And somebody's like, dude, you could talk with a phone and blah, 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 blah. Be like, man, shut up. And then somebody had it. You know, and you hear about this and you hear about that. You know, or you see it on a commercial, you see it in a movie, and then shit starts happening. But what if what if that kind of stuff is really going on? Like, you hear about the grouchy guy dude doing all them Beagle experiments and all that crazy shit too. Like, so you don't doubt it. There's some footage of like German experiments where they're keeping shit alive just through pumping fluids, and so it does not. You hear about the humansies, you hear all that crazy shit. It does not surprise me at all, humans. But all I'm saying is the curtains start falling down, which I brought before a long time ago when I first started the episode, like the behind the curtains, when those things start falling down, we get our fucking They Live glasses, Rowdy Piper's, rest in peace, we get his glasses. He sends them down to us. And we put the glasses on and we all start seeing some shit because the curtains are starting to come down. It kind of has that feel. To me, it kind of has that feel, humans. It really does. And I hope you all enjoyed this episode. And if you did, like I said, I'd appreciate it if you would smash me with a like, hit me with a subscription, with those notifications, because I'm here twice a week. And my name is Jaime. And this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya.
I guess